So when I was little and my mom would be like, Haley, you need to behave, my response to that was, I am being haved. Like, I thought that was two separate words. Like, I thought haved was the verb, not behave. And I thought that up until my adult life, just so you know. Okay, I wasn't planning on filming this update this early. It is Monday the 27th, which is fine. It's been about a month since we did pan that face palette. And yes, I changed the palette. So right now, I think it's still going on. ABH on their website, they have these really nice like magnetic palettes. Shout out to Laura on here because she's the one that tipped me off to this. So they're like these fun like pastel kind of like spring palettes. This is like the mint green one. They had a pink one that I also ordered, and then they have a few other colors. Like I think they have like a purple and an orange and maybe a blue, maybe a yellow. Either way, they're like $10, and then if you buy another one, it's half off. So for two very nice, very sturdy, like very heavy magnetic palettes, I only paid like $15. And the magnet, like once you stick something in here, it's not moving. Like it's a struggle to get anything back out of here. So like on the one hand, that's great. Like I feel like it's really secure in here, but then on the other hand, like if I want to pick out one of these singles, I do have to like struggle with it. But this palette is just so pretty. I just wanted to look at it every day. So that's why I moved my Pan That Face palette into this. But before I show you what is in here, we need to roll the clip of what this palette was looking like last month. I don't know if I said it. So the reason I filmed it today, I was gonna wait and film this like on Wednesday, but I want to film it today because I do want to repress some things in here. So hint, hint. But here's what our face palette is looking like right now after a month of usage. So I think you can tell the pan on that highlighter has definitely expanded. I'm gonna bring it in closer and kind of like manipulate it. I think you can see just how thin it is, like around the edges. I was trying to accomplish like hitting side pan right here because it is so thin right there. But what I've been noticing is that the highlighter is starting to like crumble a little bit, and it's just getting difficult to like pick up product with the brush that I use. So I just want to repress it and then, you know, go about my business. But I'm absolutely loving this highlighter from Tarte. Again, it's from the Tarte Tarteist Pro Glow palette, the black packaging one. It had like 4 highlighters, a bronzer, and a cream bronzer in it. I think it's the shade Strobe. I'm like 99% certain it's the shade Strobe. But I just love it. It is such a gorgeous highlighter. It is not too glittery. It layers well with like anything that I've tried it with. I do have it on today mixed with Pillow Talk from Ofra, so really loving that combination. But yeah, I've made such good progress on this just because, yeah, I've been wearing it like every day for the past month, like that I've done makeup. So I haven't really focused in on the Cool Tone bronzer this month, not because I don't like it, just because I just haven't like been in the mood for the Cool Tone bronzer. I have been wearing the Warm Tone bronzer though. I don't think you can tell. Like I can't in person see any kind of a dip, and the bronzers are not, they're not like super firmly pressed like the blush from Tarte is, but they're not like super powdery either. So I think it's gonna be kind of a long haul bronzer. I thought these would go a little bit more quickly, but they are very pigmented, and so I use far less product than like, for instance, the bronzer that's in my Project 50 pan. And then that's the other thing. I do have another bronzer that I'm project panning, and the goal is to finish that bronzer off as well as these two. And so like what I've been doing is like alternating the use between the two of them. So obviously that's slowing our progress down as well. But this Tarte blush, I did use it a handful of times this month if I'd hold the palette the right way. But I don't, again, it's so like firmly pressed. I don't think you're going to see like any difference in it from, you know, last month to this month. And then this little Ofra blush, I have used this maybe not every day that I do my makeup, but more days than not. It's just a great like peachy blush, and I love it topped off on like all these different blushes. It just kind of, I don't know, it gives it like kind of this really nice sheen, not like a glowy or glittery blush, but just like a nice sheen. And I'm really enjoying it. The brush that I use though for my blush, let's all say blush brush 5 times fast. The brush that I use for that though, it takes up like the whole surface of this pan. And so I think that you're not going to see like a dip or anything in it. Like I don't see a dip in it, but I think we're just more or less like wearing the product down more evenly because the brush does touch like the whole surface of it. I think in the introduction video, which if you're interested in like swatches and everything, like I would definitely go check that video out because I do swatch everything in that video, and I'm not gonna like do that in the updates. But in that video, I'm fairly certain that I said like, oh, I want to finish off everything in here. And that's true for most of it. So I do want to completely finish off the 2 bronzers, the highlighter, and the Ofra blush. But with the Tarte blush, I just want to hit pan in it. Only because since it is so densely packed and it is a really pretty like vibrant colored blush, like a little bit goes a long way. I don't want to be like working on this for like 3 years to, you know, finally finish it off. Like I want to kind of rotate through my collection. I do have like other single blushes. I have like blushes that aren't necessarily like depotted, but they are like in single compact form. And so that's kind of how I'm like approaching this Pan That face palette, is that it's not necessarily like a year-long thing. It's more just a way for me to make sure I'm like rotating through those more single type items that I just don't reach for all the time. So yeah, I think that's good though to go forward with that. Finish off the 2 bronzers, the highlighter, and the Ofra blush, and then just hit pan on the Tarte one. So like for instance, once we finish off this highlighter, like I can bring in a new one and we'll just keep it rolling that way. But I'm really enjoying this. I can't believe that it's already been like a month. It feels like yesterday, and I'm fairly certain I was wearing the same hoodie. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that video now. I promise it has been a month. But yeah, that's it. I think that's all I have for you guys. I always feel like I'm forgetting to say something, but I don't think I am. So we will just end it there, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.